Hello everybody, welcome back to F2. It's been 54 days since the last F2 race. We are once again back in Hungary. It's Season 3, Round 6, the Formula 2 Championship. We've got a sprint race and a feature race well ahead of us. 12 laps for our feature race, sprint race today. Well, this track is one of the most undulating tracks on the calendar. 65.5 studs of elevation throughout the entire circuit means that, well, it's got some of the largest dips and rises all about it. I can't think of what to say. The Tivoli circuit has recently been added to the IFR game, so if you wish to try it out for yourself, it is on there. This is the circuit then. Not much to say about it really. 19 corners and a lot of elevation. There's one DRS zone, and to be honest, no one's going to be using DRS in Formula 2. Right, all personnel are being told to vacate the grid. That means that we are getting ready for the race start. Alright, there's the lights out. It seems to be a good start for Noah Gamer in P2. Love my Geordie, correction. I can't really see a lot at the moment, but Prime Drifter and Noah Gamer are in the lead at the moment. The Advans and the Craig. Someone spun at the back, I'm fairly certain. Yeah, it is Hawk Base of the Lamborghini Squadra Corsa team. Prime Drifter, fairly steady lead from Love My Geordie, but Love My Geordie and Noah Gamer are coming back at Prime Drifter.
Prime Drifter leading away, Love My Geordie close behind. Noah Gamer still in P3 as they come down through the S's now, coming towards the Sector 2 barrier. Coming into this tight and twisty Sector 3. Quite a few clumsy corners on this circuit, quite a few 90-degree handers as they come through here. Coming down towards this hairpin, a few drivers complaining about how it's been messing up their laps. Prime Drifter still leading away. Love My Geordie in P2 with Loosebot in P3.
I'm quite interested to what Prime Drifter has been doing on this circuit. He's been extending the track a lot, really. Anywhere that he can go off the track and gain an advantage, he has.
I think a lot of F1 drivers have also been doing this, as we saw in the F1 race, I feel. And at the end of the day, that is part of racing. You have to get every advantage that you can take. And Prime Drifter is just using that, and that's why he's on pole today, and why he's leading away.
Certainly, he's got a gap of 1.3 seconds to the nearest person. Let's have a look at the battle in the midfield from East Sliders up to about just Miriam. In fact, no, P3 of Loose Spot. So let's go on board with East Sliders, who's at the back of this field here. Can't really see a lot there from East Sliders' perspective, apart from he's got a lot of cars in front of him. You have to remember that collisions are on lap 3, so that means that these drivers will want to not be inside each other, otherwise they will be colliding. So this is mainly the crucial stage where you should be making the overtakes first, and then trying to maintain or getting rid of the gap. We've got 5 seconds to collisions being turned on when red flag is shown on. Don't be concerned if a red flag is on the
Sliders cutting that corner, turn 2 a little bit, trying to get out of the way of that Vexella there. as they're bunching up together through turn 3 and turn 6, those tight hairpins. East Sliders bouncing off, I believe that's Officer Cap, and Fexellen driving through him, forcing East Sliders basically to stop, just coming into Sector 1. And Fexellen crashing into the back of him, sorry.
Let's see the perspective of Loosebot behind Love My Geordie.
Now, do you think, Project, that maybe Loosebot will be able to make the move here? Or do you think the contact is going to mean that Geordie is going to be able to hold on to this P2 position now?
I think Geordie should be able to hold on to the P2 position as long as he defends carefully and tries not to get into collision, especially when back markers start to become a factor in all of this.
Do you think that will be an issue today, considering the short lap time of the circuit? I believe 1:11s for F2 was pole around here.
Yeah, it's a very short lap around the circuit, so no surprise that people will come to be lapped very quickly.
But saying that, the tyre wear around here is really, really bad, I've found through some practice sessions in F2 observing. A lot of the tyres dying off just after one lap for the softs, and mediums not much better.
Yeah, it seems a little excessive, really, for tyre wear to be this great. I mean, has the circuit crashed though? No, it's just a big freeze right there.
Yep.
Prime Drifter just running away with it. Let's see what a lap looks like from Prime Drifter's perspective.
It's coming down towards turn 2, you want to keep it in the middle of the track between turn 2 and 3. Just getting a nice exit off turn 3 here. Coming down towards these triple hairpins. There's a crake off, I believe, just into the entry of turn 3. I'm not sure who that was, but
it's
fun about.
I can't quite pronounce their name. It's positions. I don't have a lower third to show for them, but they're just sat here, and they seem to be stuck in this little divot in the road, so they're going to try and turn around going backwards. Hopefully, while rejoining, they don't hit any other drivers.
I will embarrass myself trying to pronounce their name. Boozy. I'm going to go with that. Boozy.
Sounds French.
In P17 in that crate.
Let's see the close battle between Stroshek's Cool and Officer Cap here.
Quite close between these two, but the contact is going to make it hard for Stross to make a move into P5.
1 second between them is one of the closest two cars on track. But talking of close, Jokey Dev and Fexelon. Oh, they aren't that close anymore. Has Fexelon disappeared, or oh, here we go. We're starting to see a bit of action. Someone going wide there. I'm not quite sure who that was. I think it's the same crate from earlier.
Yeah, it was the same crate, I can confirm.
Jokey Dev getting all types of wrong out of that corner.
There are a lot of cars here making a lot of mistakes. I wonder if the tyres are dying off just after 6 laps.
That doesn't sound too abnormal, to be honest.
I mean, do you think that some of the drivers may consider a pit stop even in this sprint race project?
I'm sure many drivers will definitely consider pit stop. Let's watch the battle for E7 between Temek Poland, Sim, Summer Sim, and East Sliders here. Only 3 seconds separating these drivers.
Currently Sim's in that P7 as East goes incredibly wide there. What has happened with him? Do you think that was a lot of understeer from the... Remind me what that team's called again.
I don't think it was understeer for the Evangelion driver and owner, for that matter. I think that he's corrected for oversteer, and subsequently he's just gone off the track. East Sliders losing a lot of time there.
Just as this happens,
Oh,
Strost
he's
and
inside the
Eastlight
pit lane.
Strost pitting as well for the Lamborghini Squadra Corsa team. He comes out in P10, I believe.
Noah Gamer and Loosebot are getting quite close on the track here. Let's see if Noah Gamer can go for an overtake on the Swedish driver.
He does seem to be just on edge of controlling that car, though. Coming through the S's, he had a bit of a snap of oversteer.
Noah Gamer has been notorious for driving the car on the limit of what's possible, especially for his rear grip, not so much for his front grip. Does seem to wear out his tyres more than other drivers.
And I've found also, from doing a few laps myself, the rear tyre grip, especially around this corner, dies off within very few laps.
That doesn't sound too surprising for me. Stay on board with Noah Gamer here, as we're seeing him struggle to keep the car in a straight line and not spin it on the exit of those corners.
At the other Lamborghini, Squadra Corsa pits? Or is that the Seca Corsa, sorry?
That's Tomek Poland. That's the Squadra Academia team, might I correct you?
My bad. He comes out in what looks to be P12. Now, will these drivers be able to catch back up and get some decent positions in this race? Or do you think that due to them being forced to pit, they're not going to be able to get as good as a result in this race project?
I doubt that just because they pit, they won't get a good result. So I'm actually saying that pitting is a better strategy, especially for this track. Not this late. If I was a driver, even if my tyres were terrible, I would not pit this late.
Noah Game is still holding it around 2 seconds behind Loosebot, but is Loosebot and Love My Geordie having a bit of a battle here?
Go on board with Loosebot here as he tries to catch up to Love My Geordie, not too far ahead of him. Just on our screens, it seems as if Noah Gamer is getting past Loosebot. That's certainly not the case. We can see on the timing screens that Loosebot is only 7 tenths behind Love My Geordie. That's now changed to 1.2 seconds. But actually, let's go on board with Noah Gamer as the gap increases. It was incredibly short.
I think he made a bit of an error. I think he hit the back of Loosebot coming out of turn 6.
Let's watch the battle between Joki Dev and Tomek Poland for P12. Around the start part. Searching for... That's not the right lower third. This timing tower doesn't seem to like me. That, or Joki Dev's just made a mistake and he's trailing Tomek. Yeah, and I think that might be the case. Or he's made the overtake. We have to see. No. Oh, he's spun. There. He has spun
the Brandstar team. Oh, he spins it again.
He gets hit by, fairly certain that's,
in the fleet.
Marcel? Yeah, Marcel. In the fleet car.
Brandstar, as he's a bit stuck on the mountain there, he can't get back up onto the track.
This is embarrassing for the Brandstar driver.
He is lapped by, I believe that's Love My Geordie. And almost hits into Loosebot.
Very close. Loosebot just trying to settle in behind as he hits Joki Dev. Joki Dev has just got in a serious moment. Let's get a replay on that. We will have a look at that replay in a second.
This is the risk you take as a slower driver and being lapped. You can't expect the faster drivers to get out of your way. You have to give way, and he did not, and therefore he got hit.
We're on the penultimate lap now. Prime Drifter leading by 14 seconds is dominantly by Prime Drifter. I'm fairly certain Prime Drifter hasn't pit. Let's have a look at the replay of what happened to Jokey Des. Here we go. You can see very close to Loosebot. He's losing it all through these corners. And then Loosebot just comes round and it seems as if he's been dragged along and he's just been sent off the track there. Fairly normal incident to me.
What can you do? In that situation, as a lapped car, you have to get out the way. And I think it's his fault for not getting out of the way. At the end of the day, I hate to say it, but Brandstar with neither car are fighting for any points at the moment. And I can't expect the Taurons and the Advance to get out of their way while they're being lapped.
Prime Drifter absolutely dominant in his lead, and he seems to have kept his tyres incredibly well. Those hard tyres seem to be serving him better than most people even. I mean, even the best drivers we've seen, like Loosebot, is an incredibly good tyre saver, yet he seems to be caught out by poor tyre wear and poor tyre management. Well,
Do you think, Project, maybe that this could be a two-stop race in the feature race?
it most likely will be a two-stop race for most drivers, especially considering that the feature race is 24 laps, and most drivers are pitting on lap 7 of this sprint race. So, if you do the basics of that mathematics there, you will realize that that's definitely a two-stop.
Yeah.
Prime Drifter,
Well,
absolutely dominant, rounding the last few corners to become a multiple-time sprint race champion. Wow, multiple sprint race winner. He will. Well,
it seems this time he did not need to pit.
he is certainly closing the gaps in the championship and likely extending them. Prime Drifter comes home to win the sprint race, 12 laps, and he celebrates by going straight over the bumps at turn 1. Slightly less dramatic ending to that celebration than I was hoping for. Anyway, let's watch Love My Geordie.
My Geordie almost losing it out of the final corner there. With Loosebot coming home in P3.
And the traditional pile up in the first corner after the sprint race with collisions, but that seems to not have happened as the drivers avoid them. That's interesting for once.
I think he jumped out of his car a bit soon and it hasn't registered him coming across the line. Ross, one of the drivers who pitted in this race, coming home in P6. Quite a good result for him in the end.
There's Somerset, one of the last drivers to come across the line. Seems as if everyone is rounding the final corners. Fexel taking an interesting line through that final corner. It's a very good save by Fexel there. And he crashes into one of the fleet cars. That seems to be the concluded result for the sprint race. We will be back momentarily when the feature race has been prepared to start and the drivers are starting to get back up on the grid. So here's a slight intermission, a slight break from our voices, and a slight break from this probably god-awful commentary and race direction. There you saw Fexelon's save to come across the line, mainly in one piece. We should be getting ready to start once again for the feature race. We will be getting ready for that momentarily. But East Sliders on pole the driver, who I believe personally tactically took that 10. Drivers getting told to jump out and get back into their cars now.
I thought East finished the sprint race in P11, but obviously not. He did finish in P10.
Well, according to British Aviator, the race director, that decision has been reviewed, and now East Sliders finished the race in P10, 24 laps ahead of us.
Well, it's going to be an exciting 24 laps. As we still wait for this race to get underway. Taking British Aviator a second to start this race.
So the drivers are getting told, or once again today, to watch the lights. There's all 5 lights of them. I can't tell if you can see them in your frame, but it seems to be a good start for Hawk Base, who's in P2 in the Lamborghini Squadra Academia there. These sliders dropping down for the pack. The pole sitter not doing too well, but he seems to have taken the lead going through turn 3, but I can't quite tell who's in the lead. It seems to be Noah Gamer, of all people.
Noah Gamer having an amazing start there, all the way from, I believe, P8 on the grid.
Certainly a great start from Noah Gamer.
As the leaderboard says, East is in the lead with Loose close behind, Officer Cap in P3, but I'm not sure if that is true anymore. Looks like East is in the lead with Noah Gamer behind him.
I'm fairly certain it's Loose Spot in the lead of this race. Although East Sliders is certainly challenging, not too far behind. Thankfully, in the feature race, there will be no collisions, so these drivers can race as hard as they want the entire race and not have to worry about hitting each other. East Sliders is pushing Loose Spot incredibly hard through these final corners, and it seems as if East Sliders has got the better exit going onto the main straight, so he might be able to get the move done going into turn 3. There's plenty of time for that to change.
But you've got to remember, Prime Drifter is close behind, and with his pace, he will be able to get into the lead quickly. Will East be able to hold that lead? I don't think he has, as Noah Gamer, Love My Geordie, and Prime Drifter all coming in. Sorry, Loose Spot, not Love My Geordie. As East spins it on turn 3. Note 4.
Let's go on board with Noah Gamer, the last driver in this little pack. He's taking a very aggressive line. I've noticed going into turn 10 there. Loose Spot taking a slightly more conservative line. I'm assuming this is Loose Spot saving his tyres for the end of the race. He seems to not be loading the tyres up as much as he can at the moment. He should be saving his tyre life for the end of the race, and that's understandable. Loose Spot has been known for his incredible tyre preservation. Prime Drifter has not that far behind Loose Spot, but these three are battling each other. We have to consider that.
And Prime Drifter is taking more liberties with these track limits. That's giving him an advantage in this race. But is it killing his tyres quicker than Loose Spot? Will this give Loose Spot the advantage at the end of the race? We will not know yet. As they continue to battle, coming through turn 2, turn 3, they are neck and neck, coming down towards the hairpin of turn 4. This is a tight and tricky section of the track. Who will come out ahead? It looks like Prime is ahead, coming through turn 4, but they are 3 wide, coming down through turn 5 into turn 6. Who will lead as they come across the sector 1 barrier? It is Prime Drifter, as Noah Gamer has a bit of a snap.
Seems as if Noah Gamer has lost a lot of time for no apparent reason.
I think he had a bit of a snap coming out of sector 1, catching his I think it was his rear left tyre on the ledge. Loose Spot now losing touch with Prime Drifter.
Prime Drifter might just go away with another one of those runaway victories that he seems so famous for in F2 at the moment. He's run away with the past 3 races from recent memory. As far as I know, he won the sprint race in Britain, he won the sprint race, not the sprint race, the feature in Britain, and he's also won the sprint race in Hungary today, so I wouldn't be surprised if Prime Drifter is aiming to win the feature race today. I'm so tired, I keep forgetting what to say.
Prime Drifter now 1.4 seconds ahead, but that may have extended. Loose Spot sort of falling back into Noah Gaming and Love My Geordie's hands. We're probably going to see a bit of a battle here as Noah Gamer has caught back up. He is in the slipstream of Loose Spot, and he is closing in as they come through towards the S's. Noah Gaming is taking chunks out of Loose Spot's P2 here as they're coming through the S's. Will he be able to make the move? Loose Spot is still holding it ahead though. As he goes wide there, giving Noah Gamer and Love My Geordie the chance to overtake him.
So Prime Drifter from the battle seems to have benefited with his gap increasing by 2 seconds on that lap alone.
The 2 Advan teammates now having a bit of a battle coming down towards turn 4. I believe Love My Geordie has overtaken Noah Gamer here.
Let's have a look at the battle at the back of the pack between the 2 Lamborghinis. I believe that's Tomek Poland, correction, Hawkbase and SimSummerSim and Fexland. So let's stay on board with SimSummerSim, who seems to be the leader at the moment out of all of them, overtaking Fexland and his, I guess you could call it a teammate. I mean, there's technically 2 separate teams, but at the same time they're under the same badge, if you will.
Yeah, Vexel now in between a Lamborghini sandwich at the moment.
Sim
Lamborghini.
seems to be ready to start catching the other Vexilla in front of him. The Vexilla? The Vexala. Uh, pushing hard
There's
as
this other
can.
Vexelar, Vex. The other green car officer cap has made a bit of a mistake there.
Let's go on board with Noah Gamer, who's having a battle with his teammates at the moment. They're both taking fairly equal lines and getting fairly equal exit speeds and entry speeds through the corners, so there doesn't seem to be any difference. Difference might come here, as Noah Gamer seems to get a better exit out of turn 5.
It
Doesn't seem to
seems
have
like
paid off.
it seems like these two drivers are swapping every lap. Love my Geordie behind Noah Gamer last lap, able to get past him, and now Noah Gamer, his teammate, is getting past. The two drivers for the Japanese team are racing so hard.
I think it's a bit foolish to be defending this hard position this early in
Yes,
the race if you
sorry,
consider the gap behind you. You'd
sorry
want to be
to butt
working.
in here, but Love My Geordie has made a massive mistake and is behind, I believe, Portface in the Lamborghini, or maybe Simzo.
He's behind basically everyone. One thing I haven't noticed is that Loose Spot has dropped back quite a bit. Was that Loose Spot? I'm not quite sure. It was Loose Spot, so I'm really getting confused between drivers. That's Shrosek's call, not Simzomasim. Their names look basically the same.
They're quick pet peeve from commentary media team real quick. If you're gonna drive for a team, maybe don't drive for the team where your teammate has such a similar name. Please. I beg.
Yeah, that would suck if I and Professor Bloxer drove in the same team. Loose Spot goes very wide there. That's going to cost him a lot of time. And that's going to take him out of the battle between Love My Geordie and Shroshek's Call. Taking him a whole 2 seconds out of that battle.
Now, Love My Geordie is a quick driver, but he keeps making mistakes here, dropping him back. He was in that battle with Noah Gamer, but now he's dropped back to P4. If he's able to get a podium today, it will be good for that Advan team trying to fight Kraken in the championship, but he has made another mistake, slightly sliding out of turn, the penultimate turn.
The pit entry.
The pit entry, that one. Loose Spot now pitting.
Back to the battle between Vexilon and Sim, that's still going on. And with every battle we've looked at today, no it isn't, but there seems to be a battle further ahead that we can watch, which might be more interesting anyway.
The camo crate of, I don't know who, Com going a bit wide out of turn 6. He's spun again, having a horrible race down in P19.
A horrible race.
Spun it again!
I'm not understanding how it's saying that Commander is 37 seconds behind the leader, but he's behind Lanor, who's 91 seconds behind the leader.
I have no clue. On my screen it's saying he's 112. Prime Drifter now boxing.
Let's watch Prime Drifter. I'm sure it'll be a very interesting pit stop for the leader.
Wow, what an interesting pit stop from Prime Drifter.
Just straight out of the box. What tyres is he on? This might actually be interesting. He's on the hard tyres, so forgive me if I'm wrong, but he's currently on medium hard.
Yes, but do you think he's going to go to the end of the race? I don't think he will. Because there was 4 laps of the sprint race, and I guess maybe he might be able to carry those hards to the end, but it's going to be hard for him.
Credit where credit is due. Prime Drifter did take the hard tyres 12 laps during the sprint race, so maybe he can push these to the end. I mean, it is only 15 laps. There's only 3 extra laps, and he has the delta to do it, theoretically, if all the people in front of him pit.
He is only 15 seconds behind Noah Gamer, and an average pit stop takes about, I don't know, 20 seconds or so, maybe a bit longer, maybe a bit less, give or take. We will find out now as Noah Gamer comes into the pit lane.
Let's watch this exhilarating pit stop by Noah Gamer.
Wow,
That's
is
not
this
Prime
pit stop
Drifter,
going to
that's
be
Noah Gamer.
even more interesting than Prime Drifter's pit stop?
Okay, so he turns in. Let's get on board of this pit stop, shall we?
He misses the first 4 pit boxes as Schroeds, Love My Geordie, and Sims all box at the same, and Fexellen.
No, we might as well get an overhead view of all of these.
Wow,
That is no longer Noah Gamer. Wow, so many people are coming into the pit. It's almost as if it's almost the halfway point of the race.
what interesting pit stops, don't you say?
It's very interesting.
This Noah Gamer comes out 8.3 seconds behind Prime Drifter.
Let's go on board with Prime Drifter, who is improving his lap currently. Let's see if he can set another fast lap. He went purple in the final sector on his out lap from the pit stop, so let's see what he can do on an actual push lap. You can see how wide he goes there into the final section. There's no words to describe how wide that is.
He likes that bit of grass out there, doesn't he?
I'm sure his tyres don't, though. Fairly clean line through the final corners, and it's a decent exit. I'm assuming that most definitely he should be setting the fastest lap here.
But you say that, but
I can't quite tell.
Love My Geordie just got a purple sector too.
Let's go on board with Love My Geordie to see what he can do. This seems...
That's with P4 just Matty? I'm not sure. I can only see the
Miriam. This is starting to turn into qualifying, to be honest, and he doesn't take the fastest lap. No point watching him anymore. Let's see where the battle's at. It's just Miriam and Love My Geordie currently battling.
I do believe that was his outlap though. Just Miriam being a car that hasn't pitted yet, I don't think.
I'm fairly certain they were significantly lower earlier on in the race, so I'm fairly certain they haven't pitted, and this is the result of that.
East now in PA after starting from pole. And Hawkbase, Officer Cap and Simzo look like they're battling. Yes, they are.
Let's go on board with Sims then. That isn't just Miriam. That is in fact Sim for Sim 93. I cannot say my words today, and that's probably not a good thing.
Heath and Hawkbase quite close together. Sorry, Officer Cap. Why are all the cars green? Oh my god!
Please. This is a message to team owners in F2. Can you stop using green? It would help us a lot. Thank you very much. Please stop using green. It's a horrid colour. Thank you.
Slider comes into the pit lane.
Let's watch this really interesting pit stop from these sliders. That's not Sim. I'm really bad with timing these graphics. That is, in fact, Anonymous, who I happen not to have a graphic for. That's probably a good thing, because I'm probably going to mistime it. Let's go on board with Noah Gamer, who's currently purple in the first sector. Let's see if he can go purple on his entire lap. He's improved the second sector, so it seems highly likely. This is basically qualifying.
We will find out in a second. Will he get that fastest lap?
Will he take pole position? Wait, no. Will he take the fastest lap?
Yes, he will.
Yeah, it was a good lap. I'm not gonna lie. It was solid. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, nice lap. Let's find someone else to go on board with who seems to be close to another driver, even though I can go on to them.
I believe Loosebot and Love My Geordie are having a bit of a battle.
Oh, there we go. Right, we're on board with, like, is that Fexelon? Is that Hawk? I can't tell. I think it's Fexelon. Screw it. It's Fexelon.
They're both very close to each other at the moment. That's all we know.
There you go. For all you fanboys out there, there's Vexilon. This is Vexilon driving. You can get to see how bad he is.
Yep, and if you subscribe to the Ion YouTube channel, you will see more of excellent driving, like a pig.
We're not going to commentate, as you really need to hear the epic autistic screeching coming from Vexilon. Here you go.
Oh my god, my tire is broken! Sorry, that was my Vexilon impression. Vexilon still fighting with his teammate Officer Cap here. I wonder if Vexilla will maybe do some team orders here. Why does Vexilon have to be at Vexilon? Vexilla.
Vexilon.
I'm so done. As we go on to lap 14 of this 24 lap race.
It means only 10 laps of suffering remaining, people.
Vexilla, Officer Cap, and Simzo still super close together. These three green cars battling it out for that P7 position.
Yeah, but who wants to watch Vexilon when you can watch Loosebot overtake... Troshek's Cool overtake Loosebot? Or something like that, I don't know.
Or just watch Rossette's Cool, watch Loosebot. Loosebot is now trying that, shall we call it the Prime Drifter line?
The Prime Drifter line, is that what we're denoting this as?
Oh yeah, we're denoting it as the Prime Drifter line.
You know what, sure. It's the Prime Drifter line. I'm fairly certain I heard someone come into the pits. I don't know who it was.
I think it was the Crake, but racism version.
Is that like the Crake Stealth?
Yeah, the Crake Stealth, that's the one. I am very tired.
To be honest, same. I don't think I'm qualified to do all of this yet.
I think F1 took a bit out of everyone after that. Can we call it a race?
It's not even a race. Prime Drifter's 14 seconds ahead of everybody.
I meant more F1. F1's shenanigans. Was that a race?
We actually got racing laps, so I guess you could consider it to be a race.
How about we just call it the second version of the Belgian GP?
No, because we actually got race laps and it wasn't raining, so...
That's a good thought, actually, yeah. Noah Gaming, after setting that purple lap, it's now dropping back. Well, sort of.
So everyone, welcome to the Ion F2 talk show. Today we will discuss issues with Ion and its server crashes.
Oh, wow.
According to Depot Dolphin, I am supposed to take this seriously. Well, we're not. So, right, we're no longer gonna watch Troshek's Cool. We're gonna watch someone else.
Let's watch Jokey Dev as he pits.
Oh yeah, we'll watch Jokey Dev as he pits. In advance, I do apologize. That's not Troshek's Cool. That is indeed Jokey Dev.
Your graphics timing is not very good here, Project.
I have an excuse. It was my first time. Okay.
That was your. I'm fairly sure you've done several graphics this race.
No, it's my first time. Okay.
Okay, I will trust.
Yeah.
There's Prime Drifter also boxes again.
Oh. This is Prime Drifter, by the way. This is my incredible graphical skill. There we go.
Wow.
Look at that. I gave you the lower third before I even came up with Prime Drifter. That's how I know. Someone's stuck again. Is it the same guy that got stuck earlier? No.
We're just giving you a frigate.
It's Commander Remy. He's just stuck. That's funny.
We're
He's
just
just getting
giving
out. He's just giving up at this point. He doesn't care.
He's done. He's running.
He's going
He's
home.
running.
He's going home.
He's running.
Alright, let's see Prime
Something
Drifter
like that.
overtaking Noah Gamer again.
Yeah, we are giving you a trigger warning just in case you have PTSD from Prime Drifter Rage. Rest in peace, Donovici.
And anyone who watched the subsequent audio clips is.
Yeah, here you can see a wild Prime Drifter preparing to overtake Noah Gamer.
It seems the Crate team actually listen to Noah Gamer when they tell him to pit, as Prime Drifter fakes go to the pit entry here.
A lap after he pits. Yes, Prime, that is not how faking a pit stop works.
Noah Gamer does come into the pits though. Maybe it did work.
I don't know, because I'm fairly certain it would show Noah Gamer miles ahead. I'm fairly certain Noah Gamer wouldn't be looking behind him.
Geordie and Schro's also pitting.
Let's watch though. Let's watch everyone pit in. As you can
Yes.
see, that's clearly Prime Drifter. Clearly,
Excellent.
this is. Yeah,
Sorry,
that's Prime Drifter.
England pitting. As I believe a Vexler team staff just got run over. As Vexler pits for a second time in the pit lane? I don't even know anymore.
Yeah, let's watch Vexlund the rest of the race until like I have to announce that Prime Drifter's won.
Okay, Prime Drifter now on another fastest lap.
There you
I'll
go.
take-
There's Vexlund. There's his cool-looking lower third. There you go.
Sexy. You know, if you're in need for is he Dutch? Where's Vexler from?
Morocco. He's certainly
my
not Dutch.
He sounds Dutch, okay. If you're in
saying
need of a Morocco sugar daddy, hit Vexler up.
Jesus.
He has YouTube money to give you, okay?
Yeah, he can actually feed his kids, unlike me.
Right. Wait, what? What?
Don't question it. Officer Cap in the other Vexler pits.
Yeah, right. Cool. Look at this. Look at this epic pitting gameplay. Oh, that's not epic pitting. No, I'm not very good at clicking accurately. There we go. Epic pitting gameplay from the Vexler. Yes. You know what? I don't even have this guy's right graphic. I'm just gonna give him the old guy's that graphic.
Good enough.
Close enough. Right.
He was the old guy.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't care. Right, sure. We're gonna go on board with Love My Geordie because he's actually doing something.
He's going fast. Coming through the Sector 2, coming through Sector 2 now, through the S's. Getting on those apexes.
What? You didn't say S's. You did not say S's.
I did say S's. Cry.
No, that wasn't S's. That started with an A.
What? Did I? What?
You didn't say S's.
Are you suggesting I said a rude word?
Yes, I am suggesting that exact thing.
I would never.
I'm fairly certain you would, though.
Well, I'm just after this race, I'm clipping that and then adding the bit in the IEC where I said, "Let's mingo."
Yeah. Love My Geordie didn't get the fastest lap. That means he's probably useless. Right. Here's.
Grab packs aren't working enough.
You ready to see someone who's definitely Lion Guy, the commentator? You know what? Sim, you're coming into the pit. No, you're not in the pit lane anymore. Tomek is pitting. Sure, you're a commentator now, sir. You are me. I'm not sure if that's a title you want.
You could have had Project User and Lion Guy commentating today, but instead you have Project User and British Kota. As East is disconnected from the race.
East was in this race? I haven't seen him once.
East was in 12th, but he's not anymore.
Look at this. This is peak East Sliders gameplay right here.
Ah, yes.
Right. Let's watch. Who should we watch? Choose someone that we can watch.
I think Hawk and Fexler are actually having a bit of a
Oh,
battle.
they're actually having a battle.
Yeah.
I would go on Fexelum, but he's in front for once.
Which
Oh, I
is
do have a
quite-
graphic for him. Okay, I was hoping that I had a graphic for him. Yeah, let's just watch this ultra close
Hawk
battle.
has a bit of a snap there coming towards turn 4. Fexler getting absolutely somehow defending from a driver that's probably way better than him, as his teammate Officer Cap overtaking Hawk now. As he does now the Lambo is in a Vexler sandwich. How turn the tables?
It's just green. I don't care. I can't tell what team is which, especially on this like 720p compressed 120 bitrate or any desk screen that I'm choosing the people you're watching from.
This is a plea to Faster and TYTY. You have had the green for too long, Faster. Change it to red.
This isn't Hawk base, by the way. It's someone I don't have a graphic for, so we're just gonna pretend that it's Hawk base.
It's Officer Cap, but you know, and he's trying to go.
I might have a graphic for them. No, I'm just gonna go with one that starts with the same letter. There you go. That works.
Yeah, that works.
Never mind. I'm just gonna say that it's me driving while commentating.
Yep.
Me. There we go.
It's Mr. Cowpox that sent a video in Ion Media General. I hate to think what that is.
I just realized it's penultimate lap. Let's watch Prime Drifter.
Yeah.
And he actually has a
Prime
lower
Drifter.
third.
Yes. He is of what is called a fast driver.
Honestly,
Prime
very
Drifter.
rare.
Prime Drifter is the Capitan Bow without the grav. Question mark, question mark.
It's because he actually pitted this time.
Yeah. The Craig team obviously listened to him, unlike the McLaren team were able to, as his
I
teammates.
said that I needed to pit. You can't tell me what my tires are like.
And that was one of the other crates. I don't know. It's like the guy's name that I can't even pronounce.
Yeah, as Prime Drifter starts the final lap.
I might still be on board. No, I'm definitely not. Okay, there we go.
Honestly, the viewer retention rate of this stream is probably horrible.
Yeah, we've lost 7 viewers.
We have 37 likes and 0 dislikes, though. I'm sure one of you is about to change that, but
How many likes and dislikes did the F1 stream get?
we don't talk about it, okay? Okay,
Then-
we'll just...
Also, you should subscribe to the Ion YouTube channel because we are at 39.6k subscribers and we should get to 4k subscribers, so you give Dpod validation.
Also,
Yes.
if you like us as a commentating pair, if you end up watching Expo, for whatever reason, I don't get why you'd ever watch Expo.
Oh, thanks.
It's probably
Podium.
going to be the same. Wow. It's just people saying no. Oh wait, no.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
It was just
wow.
it was people responding to Captain Bo. Never mind.
Oh, I got scared then. I thought the people.
Oh yeah, I
hated-
need my winners graphic. Yeah.
Prime Drifter. Yeah, he won the race.
He wins the race. There we go. I don't care.
He slides.
That's the
because he's
graphic.
edgy. Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
Um.
Noah Gaming. That guy in the other red car.
Right. Let's watch Noah Gamer comes across the line.
Yeah, he's coming across the line.
Right, and then we're just gonna go down the leaderboard until we find someone that isn't actually crossing the line. There we
Yep,
go.
love my
They've crossed the
Geordie.
line.
He's crossing the line.
Love my Geordie about to cross the line.
He crosses the line. That finishes off your podium. And Strohs.
There's your podium. It's Prime Drifter, Noah Gamer, and Love My Geordie. What a surprise!
Wow, it's almost as original as Verstappen, Hamilton, Bottas.
Yeah, exactly.
Loose spot.
Miriam's finished.
no,
Okay, loose spot. Oh, I'm too slow. Right, offset. You haven't finished the race. Oh, you have.
No, Fexlin
Fexlin?
hasn't. No,
Oh,
He's
Fexlin's
stuck.
about to finish the race. He's stuck.
no, he's
He-
disconnected.
He disconnected on the
No, let's
No
go.
way. No
Yay.
way has that just happened.
Yes.
This is Fexlin, everybody. This is peak Fexlin.
Performance disconnecting right before the finish line.
That
This is what
sounds like
happens when you're a
that's just
This is what
analogy.
when you're a content creator. You see, your internet drops out at the perfect times.
Why is Loose Spot on the podium? Someone needs to kill Loose Spot. He
Oh,
is
yeah.
on the podium.
Oh yeah, we need to look at the podium or something.
I'm just gonna. Where's all my G's? Where's Prime Drifter? Prime Drifter, come down here. Where is he?
Yeah, here we go. Here's footage of the media building, guys, of Depot Dolphin. This is me controlling it. I'm trying to get the podium. There we go.
Can someone please kill Loose Spot?
There we go. There's your podium.
He's not in P1. I think people are being ripped off. Hold on, I'm gonna. I have shut. Yeah. So, if for some god awful reason, where about how you enjoyed that, feel free to like and subscribe. As I said, we're edging up on 4K subscribers. So validation. Yes.
Yeah. You know what I said about dislike? That's happened. Well done to you. You disliked the video. That probably means nothing because
Yeah. As we wait for the podium celebrations to start.
Celebration. Yeah.
I believe Dakar and Loose Spot are going to try and get out on the podium. Oh, and Loose Spot has got out on the podium again. As we wait for British Aviator to start the podium procedure.
Oh, they got flung. Loose spot just disappeared.
Rest in peace, Loose Spot. Are we doing this or?
We might be. Are we? Are we going to be doing this? Oh yeah.
Ah.
Alright. Right.
P3 for the
Okay.
Red Band team. You have Love My Geordie. who's
Wow.
gone to the P1 spot.
Yeah, that's the wrong spot. I think you came out too early, actually.
Oh, in
He
P2,
came up too early.
his teammate, Noah Gamer. He came out too early, but let's continue this.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh. And
Noah,
in P1,
yeah. Good job,
we
Noah
construct
Gamer.
this plane. Prime Drifter. Oh, whoops, shit.
Prime Drifter wins, yeah. Whoa! Whoa!
Whoa,
Whoa!
whoa, whoa, whoa,
About an
whoa,
H? A H? What? What are we going on about?
whoa. We didn't hear anything then.
Huh?
We didn't hear a word then. Not a word.
Yeah, for the worst team, apparently, according to the owner of the said team.
Yep. Yay.
Prime Cheetah, he won. According to
Congrats,
Lawful and Greg, he is called Prime Cheetah now. There you go.
Congrats,
That's your
Prime
F2
Drifter.
fixed.
Yay,
The
yay.
somewhat BTEC champagne is coming out, and
It's not
Yeah.
champagne, it's rose water. What do you mean?
rose water. Yeah. Sure.
And well, if you enjoyed this race, make sure to tune in tomorrow for the GT3 and X-Bow races at Great Britain.
If you enjoyed this commentating, how?
I think that's the right way to go about it. If you couldn't tell, me and Project are very tired, so apologies for any unprofessionalism. But
Anyway.
thank you for watching.
See ya.
Yeah.